What's up, world? It's your girl Lex, and you know what time it is. It's time to put me on game. And today, tonight, like always, don't laugh, but I have a very special guest with me by the name of Kendra Jackson. How you doing today, Kendra?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, Sunshine?
I'm blessed, honey, blessed and highly favored, as I always
And
say. I know people laugh when I say it, but I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I am blessed and highly favored. Um, we're in the middle of a pandemic,
we are.
and it's a lot going on with COVID-19. People are losing their lives. People are, losing their jobs, losing their livelihood, like just losing everything. And there's some people that aren't, losing
Mhm.
everything. How are you coping through the pandemic right now?
Coping. I would say that I'm kind of in survival mode right now. Um, well, during the beginning of the pandemic, I became an essential worker for through my business. With the I guess around the world being out of mask, and so I decided to put my skills, to the test, and I made over like probably like 5,000 masks. But being that all the manufacturers now are open, I'm back to square one looking for a job. So it's in survival mode and doing everything that I can to make ends meet.
Wow, 5,000 masks. Oh my gosh, girl. I
Man.
didn't know. I mean, of course, I know what you do, but I didn't know that
Mhm.
you were making masks. And that's like phenomenal. 5,000 masks. You made them all yourself?
Yeah.
Woo, child, bless your hands, bless the sewing machine, bless you. So go ahead and tell the world who Kendra Jackson is.
Well, Kendra Jackson is a fashionpreneur based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a UNCG graduate. I got my degree in consumer apparel retail studies with a concentration in apparel product design. So I am a fashion designer. I can finally say that. Normally, I say I'm striving to be a fashion designer, but I am a fashion designer, yes. And I am a seamstress, pattern maker, um, garment alterer, if that's a thing. But and I'm also a sewing instructor here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So yes, that's
You
where I
were
am
doing it
right
all,
now.
honey. You know what's crazy? When I first met you, I think I found you on Instagram for Livingstone's fashion show. And
Yes.
you kind of said that back then. I'm striving to be a fashion designer. But then you came and put your designs in that show and like wowed everybody. You came in, you were very professional. Your designs were very professional. They were like something that you would see in New York Fashion Week. And this
Girl, don't
was
gas me up.
nah, so I'm so serious. I'm so serious. My family, everybody, students, friends, of course, remember all the girls wanted to model for you
Yes.
when you every year that you came back, they wanted to model for you, but I never looked at you as a person that was striving to be a fashion designer. I knew that you were still in school at the time, but
Hmm.
you were definitely already walking in your calling, fashion designer. Your designs could have been in New York Fashion Week back then. But
Well, that's somewhere I'm striving for. If not, I'll make my own fashion week if I have to.
absolutely. And I will support you, love. So tell me about your upbringing. Are you from Charlotte or you just live in Charlotte now? Is Charlotte, is the QC your home?
Yes, born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any siblings? How did you grow up?
Yes, I have seven brothers and I have two sisters. I have a twin sister, and I have an older sister. She is 38, and two of my brothers are on my mother's side. My oldest brother, that's on my mother's side, he passed away in '99, and then all of my other brothers, they're like 40, 50. My dad was married before he married my mom, and I got a lot of nieces and nephews that are my age or probably older than me, and they still call me auntie. So we have a big family.
Wow. First of all, my condolences. I'm sorry to hear that. You definitely have a big family. So you're the youngest, right?
I am the youngest,
Yeah.
about 45 minutes.
How was that growing up as the youngest in a family of that size?
Well, hence my name, my brand name, Honey Baby. That's literally my childhood nickname. Uh, but I was always, well, I would say because I look like I am a twin, we're fraternal twins. So just being the youngest and having a twin sister, I was always being compared. And my mom even once tried to turn us to Venus and Serena Williams one day. Like we was all summer, had us out there on the tennis court trying to beat them two little girls and just be famous and stuff like that. So we was always put into the same activities and stuff like that, like whether it was sports, dance, karate, anything like if one of us found interest in something, both of us would have to do it. And then, later on growing up, we kind of like went different paths because my sister is a professional boxer and I'm a fashion designer. So that's where it's like these are two totally, completely different people.
Two totally different fields, but still, two entrepreneurs in their own right. So,
Yes.
which brings me to my next question. Like, what age were you when you decided you wanted to be an entrepreneur? Because it seems like, you had a lot of things in your life that may have, sparked that desire at a young age. So, what age was it when you decided?
I would say, I would say I had to be in between the ages like of 12 and 13. My parents, they had a cleaning service, which my mom still runs by herself today because my father passed in 2001. So she kind of took over the business since then. And we always used to help her clean her buildings and stuff like that, or go to the commercial properties, or the, corporate offices and stuff like that. And, and also cleaning the houses. And I'm like, man, these some big old houses. I'm like, one day I'm gonna get one of these houses and I'm gonna buy about 5 of them. So right then and there, I was just like, you know what? I'm like listening to people. I like doing my own thing. I like creating my own lane. So I'm just gonna find what path is my calling and go from there.
So, find what path is your calling. How did you decide that it was fashion? What sparked that fashion desire in you?
Well, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I am really, I am
Listen.
really talented and gifted in a lot of areas, for real, for real. Like seriously, like my dream was to become an actor. Still is. I do want to start a movie one day or a series or something like Insecure, or I feel like I would be great in that
I
TV
could definitely see that.
I feel like I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that. But I wanted to be an actor, and then I wanted to be a chef because I could cook my butt off. So wanted to be a chef, but then my mom put me into dance. So that was my first program of study, like dance of education. And I ended up getting like an offer to go to Juilliard's, and I had to get a second knee surgery. So I was a junior at the time at UNCG, so I really couldn't do anything due to my injury. Like I tore my ACL, both my meniscus, knocked a hole in my cartilage, and I don't have any cartilage on my left leg, but so I just decided to say, okay, what's next? I like the art of creative expression. I like to express myself doing things. I did try to go to school and be something I'm not. My twin sister, she took up chemistry and biology, and I tried it because she wanted to go be a doctor or gynecologist, one of them. So I was like, okay, cool. This is gonna make the family money. I'm gonna be a doctor too. Girl, I flunked out all the classes. The only thing, the only thing I passed was the dance classes and like the labs because they were easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, someone was talking to me and they were just like, if you're gonna do something, take something up, do something that you love. So I was like, I love clothes, I love shoes. I'm gonna take up fashion, and that's how I am. That's where I am now.
And look at you now, honey. Sometimes God takes you, a different route to get to where you
Yes.
need to be. But look at you now, and you are a phenomenal designer. I can't
Thank
wait to
you. I'm
post your
trying. I'm
designs so
trying.
everybody can see them. But yeah. So you said you wanted to be an actor, and you said that you are a chef.
Mm-hmm.
you should maybe start like, some type of reality show cooking or something where you could do both. You could show the world
Mm.
both of your talents. You said that you're kind of, I guess, searching for, another stream of income since we're still within the pandemic. Maybe that's something you should start doing. Start recording yourself cooking, start posting videos.
Yeah, I tried that. Then the thing is, like, even being an entrepreneur, you kind of got to figure out the financial aspect of it. Because I did start selling plates. I was slanging plates this summer and stuff like that. And like my specialty is I love seafood. I love fresh vegetables, fruit, and like just fresh foods. Period. And that's how I started like selling plates. But I was not breaking even. So, and I've been trying to like make stuff affordable, but people were saying, this food is more than 25. This is more than $20. You need to charge more than this. This is something that you would get at a restaurant. And I was just like, oh man, okay. I was like, let me go back to the drawing board, put it to the side, but I'm gonna come back strong. So I'm gonna figure that out eventually. But
I'll get some plates from you. I'll send my family to you. They live in Charlotte as well.
Okay.
So what's you're a Black woman, and we go through all kinds of trials and tribulations. What is something, a challenge that you face, on your journey to entrepreneurship or while you're within being an entrepreneur? Like what's a challenge that you faced?
Being a Black woman in faith, well, in my industry or just period?
In your industry.
In my industry, full support, 100% genuine support. A lot of us, or a lot of women, period, feel like it's a competition, and it's not a competition. And I feel like it's money out there for everyone, and there's no reason for us to compete where there's no competition, because each one of us is in our own lane. We have our own personality. We have our own, target audience. We have, some girls sell the same merchandise, but it's about how you market differently, how you wear it differently, how you style it differently. And even like designers, the custom designers, like, okay, so a lot of people have the same ideas. A lot of people have same inspirations and stuff like that. And being that fashion is a repeating cycle, there is nothing new. Everything is like maybe revamped, I would say. Oh, especially like, because, everybody make bell bottoms. I love bell bottoms. If you know me, I'm the 70s queen and I love it all. Now, we all got the same type of bell bottoms. I'm going to try to add like a different flair to it, but they want to call you out on social media and say you're copying them and stuff like that. You got to be original. No, it's not like that. But it's just like, just finding genuine support and sharing resources. Like, I feel like there are greedy entrepreneurs, Black women, I'm sorry to say. Like, I got a lot of like boss Black women that I follow, but I feel like they are robbing entrepreneurs, like charging them $2,000, $800 for vendors lists and stuff like that. I'm like, that's robbery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't nobody got no $800 to give you.
Exactly.
That's rent.
Listen, if
groceries.
I had that, then I wouldn't need a vendor's list.
Right. It's crazy. I mean, I still support them and I like look up to them, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm not about to pay $10,000 for a week class. I'm gonna just do the groundwork and look it up myself. Cause I done went to college and paid that much money. I'm in debt, but ain't nobody getting that much money out of me no more.
Absolutely. Nope. I understand what you're saying. Just to back up a little bit, I had a situation where, cause I have my shirt line or whatever. I had a situation where I reached out to someone, and I probably shouldn't be sharing this, but hey, we talking about it.
It's okay. Open flow.
I reached out to someone that I knew or that I know and asked them a question about where they got something from. We have two totally different lines, marketing two totally different target groups, demographics. And it was just like the answer that they gave me. I don't want to say what they gave me because I don't want this person to listen and be like, she's talking about me. But the answer that they gave me, it was just kind of like, it was very vague, you know? And I feel like I thought I had a decent relationship with this person, but the answer they gave me was so vague, and it just made me think like, why are we so secretive when it comes to certain things? Like if there's something that I know that can help the next person, especially if it's somebody that I know,
Right.
I'm going to share that information with them if they ask me, you know, and I will probably share that information with them even if they don't ask me. So I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. I know where it comes from, but I just think it's really jacked up. It's a crazy tactic that we have. Um, and I don't understand why we do it, you know? Just share the information. It's not like I'm asking you to print my shirts for me for free.
Right.
I'm asking you where you got something from so I could better my brand, you know?
Right.
But it's kind of that crabs in the barrel mentality that a lot of us have, and it's
100%.
sad. It's really sad. And then you said about the, you know, the Instagrammers, influencers, whatever they are, that charge people for those vendors lists, charging outrageous prices for a lot of things. You know, it's kind of disheartening, and it can make somebody, you know, not want to pursue their dreams because they may feel like, I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the same resources, or I don't know how to get the same resources. And don't get me wrong, I feel like, you know, some things people should charge for. You know, some things are a skill, and if you're taking your time and teaching somebody, some things you should charge them for, but everything shouldn't be overpriced. And we should help each other, you know, because the white people do it. They help each other all the time. So I wish we as Black people, especially in entrepreneurship, could start helping each other. But
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Now that a situation like that, I run into stuff like that a lot because I mean, yes, I know how to cut, and so yes, I'm a designer, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that I don't know that I'm still learning myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, I started to surround myself with like-minded individuals and like-minded energies. So, like if you know, because even at your show, you know what, I probably don't even need to say,
Go ahead and say it, girl.
say this. But okay, I'm gonna say it, 'cause I don't care. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it like 100.
That's, you know what? And that's exactly what this platform is about. It's about keeping it real. It's about sharing your experiences with entrepreneurship so that younger Black people can learn from that. So share it. You don't have to call names. I probably know who you're talking about, but share it.
And okay, the thing is, we're all trying to get our name out there. Nobody is better than the next person. They might have a larger following, but no one is better than the next person because everybody is in their own lane. Like you have your customers and I have my type of customers. And it is one person I've been wanting to meet so much. Wanted to meet her. Finally met her. No, I'm just like, bitch, I know you did not just try to play my face like that. You seen me in here. You seen everybody run up to me and say, honey, baby. Like, don't play with me and don't play with my brand because I'm not tooting my own horn. Like, my brand is about an experience and it's about energy. So when I walked in the room, I was given the energy that I guess was spewing off of me. And then I was just like, hey, you know, I always wanted to meet you. I love your brand and stuff like that. Oh, I didn't even know you was a designer. How you ain't know I was a designer? Me and your garment rack was right beside each other. You looked me dead in my eye. So I was just like, you know what? It's cool. That was shade. I get it. It's all right. But I'm gonna still show you love, and I'm gonna still show you support at the end of the day because I'm not like that. Yeah. And it's so funny because I know people. I was like, I know people are gonna like kind of I was like, I know people is gonna like try to be shady and try to be funny in this type of industry, but at the same time, you just can't let that change who you are as a person, because it starts to mess with your brain and mess with your
Absolutely. And when you allow someone's negative energy to change, who you are, you start blocking your blessings like that. So
right.
absolutely, I get it.
But it was so funny. It was so
We're gonna have to
funny. And
talk about that offline, honey. No.
Yes, we do.
So you have a lot of different skills. You have a lot going on. How do you stay motivated besides money? How do you stay motivated to continue your path of entrepreneurship?
Well, I mean, I guess currently my situation, back at home, trying to find my footing and my grounding again. I was working at Belt corporate office, but I got fired. This white man hit me and cursed at me, and I lost my job because I told on him. That's what happened. Belt corporate, I'm gonna sue y'all. I'm gonna still sue y'all one day, but anyway. But so I've been looking for a job since then, but just trying to stay motivated. It's just you wake up every day, remember your why, know what your purpose is, remain teachable, be a good listener and stuff like that. Indulge into content and to people that you want to be like or be around, and just keep pushing. Like, I wake up and I'm just like, you know what? I want my own. I want my own. I want my own. You got to stop being lazy, Kendra. You got to stop procrastinating. You got to stop whining. No one cares. Everyone has a sad story. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep moving. Even if you have to ask for help, even though you don't want to ask for help. I mean, sometimes and always help is not good help, but if that help at the time kind of gets you where you need to be, go ahead and take it, and just, I guess, kind of mentally, ground yourself, pay those IOUs and stuff like that, and keep it pushing, and just know, oh, okay, next person I need help from, I ain't gonna ask that person. You know what I'm saying? So, and just be happy. Be happy, don't be depressed, because the world is so much bigger. And I always remember, the world is so much bigger than your current situation. Like, this world is beyond measures. Like, it's like this, you worried about this little problem, girl. It's a whole world out there that you will soon, venture off and explore and stuff like that. So I just got to remind myself, like, okay, you want more, you got to do more.
You got to keep pushing always.
Yes.
You said something about everybody has their own problems going on and nobody cares. I have this conversation at one of my hustles. I'm a bartender. I manage a bar on the side. But I have this conversation with a lot of the employees all the time. Right. People, especially when you work for somebody else, people have problems, people die, people get evicted, people have all kinds of problems and issues. But everybody has problems. And at the end of the day, when somebody has a business to run and that's how they eat and their family eats, they don't care. They don't care. And I wish that more people would understand that. Relax, Ivy. She's just all over the place. I wish more people would understand that and really think about that when they make excuses, why they can't do something, or why they're not living this certain lifestyle, or why I can't come to work, or why I can't get it done, boss. Nobody cares at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I have to pay a mortgage. I got to pay a car note. I got to feed my family. I got to, do this. I got to go to the doctor. So I still have to live, and you work for me. So I think that people should try to realize that and understand that nobody cares. And it sounds sad and harsh, but it is what it is. That's life.
Yes.
That
At
is
the
life.
end of the day, it is what it is. But I know, and then sometimes you do want somebody to kind of listen to you and hear you out. But you do have those special relationships with those type of people. They'll listen to you, they'll hear you out, but at the same time, they're gonna put their foot in your ass and let you know, hey, you need to add some fire on you. You add some
Exactly.
fire on you. I'm gonna let you. Like, cause I got friends like that now. Like I got a lot of close friends, sister girls that I met last year that I confided in, and they be like, I'm gonna let you deal with this right now. I'm gonna let you be in your feelings right now, but tomorrow, nah, we're going up. We're going up tomorrow. I'm gonna let you just cry about it right now, but we're going up. We're going up. Like we ain't doing that. We having a better day. I'm gonna help you do some research if you need to, so stuff like that. So then you gotta build your tribe. That's what people are saying now. Build your tribe, build your sister circle,
Absolutely.
or your brother's circle, or whatnot. But have friends that's gonna hold you accountable. Those friends who gonna let you, be miserable and mope around and be sad and encourage you to do crazy stuff, encourage you to do, lame shit. Like, no, those not your friends. Those not the type of people you want to be around.
Yeah.
So you just want people.
I'm gonna let you cry today, but tomorrow
we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We ain't crying tomorrow.
Absolutely. So hindsight is 2020. Knowing what you know now, the experience that you have now, the knowledge, what would you look back and tell 15-year-old Kendra?
15-year-old Kendra, do your best at all times. Give 120%. If you're doing great, you can do even greater. Because will always be an inch of, I can do more than that. I can do better than that. And it's not that me being hard on my 15-year-old self. It was just like, I would say I was not doing the best that I could in classes, in relationships and stuff like that, with friendships. I was chasing after the wrong people, chasing after the wrong things. And I think if I would have been focused, I would have got a lot, I guess, and quite a lot of information or research or knowledge, gained a lot more knowledge than I had, graduating high school, or, coming into high school or going into college and stuff like that, being at a certain academic point to where I want, like how my other, peers was. And I was just like, dang, she in the smart classes. I wish I was in those smart classes. Dang, they in honor society and stuff like that. But I mean, once I flunked them classes that first semester in college, I was like, we ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, well, you got it together, and look at you now, honey.
Just always do better.
Yeah.
Yes, and and after that, I was forever on the dean's list too. I could not get up off that dean's list. I stayed on it. I was like, we in college, girl. You can't do no F's all the way down the list.
No, and it will take forever.
I said, this is sad. This costs money, girl. You can't do that.
Listen, I tell kids all the time now that's in college, it will take you forever to raise your GPA. Forever. Mm-hmm. It'll drop fast, but it will take forever to raise it back up.
With a blink of an eye.
Absolutely.
Because I remember even UNCG, they invited me back to come talk to the students. I was shocked because I was like, I ain't nobody just yet. What y'all want? I went in there, I said, do y'all homework. I said, do y'all homework and don't I was like, don't BS behind them assignments, y'all. Y'all better do y'all homework. Y'all better read. Don't skim through them chapters. Y'all better read. Take notes and everything. I said, don't half-ass. I said, half-ass, you're gonna be getting laughed at. I'm telling you.
Don't be here wasting somebody's money.
And now I know why this professor was like, I got my degree. I'm fine. Okay. They stayed saying that. I got my degree. I'm good.
I know. I got mine.
Right.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. When you're that young, 18, 19, 20, you think about partying. You're not, in your mind, you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. You got yours. I'm going to get mine too. But you got to work for it. You got to work hard to get it. Yeah. So, put me on game, honey baby. Put me on game. And leave me with the most important qualities someone must have to be a successful entrepreneur.
Be remarkable.
Come on, girl.
Yes. But can I say more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
No time. You putting me on game right now.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, and the thing is, I got that little tidbit from a girl on YouTube. She's a vlogger. Like she tried to like sisterpreneur. They
I think I know
making
what
up
you're
their own
talking
words nowadays. Sisterpreneur. And she like be remarkable in everything that you do. And over like throughout my whole entire life, my mama said always sell yourself. Sell yourself in everything you do. Because my mama brag about us all the time, and I used to get embarrassed about that. But she was like, sell yourself in everything you do. Be remarkable. You want people to remember you, remember your name, and remember what you came here to. Put your all into whatever you do. Leave it all on the floor. Like I used to dance, ballet and stuff like that. Leave it all on the floor. Leave your soul on the floor. Put your passion and everything into anything that you do. And I just like, stand out. Because this is my honey baby's motto. Stand out, be firm, be bold, and like stand out loud in your purpose and never dim your light for anybody else's comfort.
I love it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of jumbled up because I haven't said my motto in like a long time, but that's what, just being yourself and not giving a damn what anybody got to say. Because, us as Black women, we got the stereotypes and stuff like that, and people are going to like either compare or contrast, or they're going to spew their hatred from their ignorance on us. But at the same time, some people are, I got Black friends, they're pretty cool, they're pretty dope. No, it's just you're comfortable with us. So if I can't like be around you and be my complete 100% self, then it's a problem. So, we're loud, we're colorful, we're bold, we're strong, we're resilient, we're intelligent, and like we beautiful as hell. So I just feel like just be yourself and be remarkable. Girl, get your shine on. Yeah. That's it. Get your motherfucking shine on at the end of the day. Absolutely. That's that. Oh, sorry. That's my other part of my motto. So, but yes, get your shine on regardless, because they either gonna love you or they gonna hate you. So it don't matter. It don't matter about the little haters, because your supporters and your fans and people that really love you and vibe with you, they really gonna outweigh all that.
Yeah. That made me think about the video. I said this on my last episode. The video of Jay-Z that's going around where he said he is himself in every room that he walks in. And I love it. Be yourself. Be unapologetically Black. Be you. Don't is it code switching? Don't switch up who you are.
Right. Don't try to fit in.
Yeah, to make somebody else.
If you're trying to fit in, you out of place in the first place.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it.
That's a good one. So much. Trying to fit in because you out of place in the first place. You ain't supposed to be there. You in the wrong room. Get up out of there, girl. You was in the wrong room.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. I don't know if I told you, but I want to do a couple of rapid fire questions with you. They're fun. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't worry.
Is there math involved?
And if there's something that I ask you that you don't feel comfortable answering, you can just say pass. Okay? That's fine.
Okay. I'm down for the brown.
All right. So if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Damn. I only can choose one.
Yep.
Can I choose a character that has all those powers? I'm a big Marvel's fan. I would say strength. I would say strength because there are some scenarios where I'd be wishing I could pick people's cars up and just shake it and like, stop doing crazy stuff, and then like put it down just so they know not to mess with you no more.
You don't want to hurt them. You just want to be strong enough to pick it up and move it.
Yes, right? And just like, prove a point. Like, okay.
Yeah. That's interesting. So, all right. You got to make 5,000 more masks. you have to make an entire line for a fashion show, what is the one ultimate get it done, turn up song that's gonna get you pumped to do your job?
Well, my turn up song. Don't judge me.
I'm not.
Petey Pablo, North Carolina, come on and raise up, take your shirt off, twist it around your head just like a helicopter, beat slammer, over this one after platinum. Cause I gotta represent from where I come from.
Yes. Okay, North Carolina. That was a different song.
I love the hits. I love the classics. Of course, I'm gonna do a throwback.
So, satin or denim?
I'm gonna go with satin.
Ooh, that's surprising.
Even though I love my denim, but you can do a lot of things with satin.
Okay.
Can't do a lot of things with denim, but you can do a lot of things with satin.
Okay, interesting. That surprised me.
And it looks good on our skin. Mm-hmm. Like it looks good on like all complexions and stuff like that. It's not rough, and it comes in like multiple colors, and like it brings out the beautiful hues in our skin, like that glowiness. Whether it's dewy or oily or matte, it's just really sexy on us, I feel like.
That put me a little bit on game too. I didn't know that.
Yes.
So I already know what you're gonna say to this though. 1920s or 1970s?
Oh, now I am the 70s queen, but there is like a classy, sophisticated, timeless, just something about the 1920s. But I'm all about the energy and the personality and the vibes that I get with the 70s. So I'm gonna always go with the 70s.
Okay, I thought you was about to switch it up on me now.
But them 20s are fool though. Like when you go back into those archives and stuff like that, those 20s are a fool. I'm telling you, you gotta dig deep.
So, stiletto or platform?
Platform.
I knew you were gonna say that too.
Platform always. 6 inches or better.
Yeah, because you made those girls wear platforms.
Yeah. And I was not playing with them. And I used to actually let some of my models wear my platform heels, but my favorite platform cheetah heels broke. Girl said she knew what she was doing. She did not. I said, if this was too much for you, you should have let me know. She broke my heel. But it was fixable. But yes, platforms all day.
Okay, so use one word to describe yourself.
Oh no. Let's see. One word to describe myself. Exciting.
I like that. Exciting. All right, this is the last one. What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. When people touch my shit. And my sister standing right here by the door, roll her eyes at me. That she already know what it is. That's my biggest pet peeve. Somebody touching my stuff.
Funny story. I remember when, oh God, bless her heart. I remember when one of the models touched your,
Lord, what did I say to
put
that
your
woman?
jeans on. You told them not to touch the clothes. And she put your jeans on before you told them they could put on their clothes. And she
ripped them.
And you went crazy. Rightfully so. But yeah. So I know that Kendra Jackson's biggest pet peeve is people touching her stuff. I know that firsthand.
Don't touch my stuff. Yeah, I still haven't forgiven her to this day. I'm just like, you know what? If you wouldn't listen to me, we wouldn't have been in the situation we was in. But
bless her heart.
I did give her some professional tips and advice for going further if she wanted to be a model. I said, girl, you gotta listen to people.
Yeah.
You gotta respect people's stuff, and at the same time, that shows your character as a model.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Some people just need a little bit of guidance, but she could really model if she wanted to.
She really can. That's the thing. I was like, girl, don't get hurt before your career get blossom now. Yeah. But yes, yeah.
Well.
And I share a studio space, so like you know how you can come in the room, you can tell something's been moved, like somebody's been in here. Who touched it? Like who moved my stuff? Somebody moved my chair. So
that's your secret superpower that you have.
Spiders. What is it? Spidey senses? Spider senses. That's what I got.
So, do me one last favor, Kendra, and tell everybody where they can find you, social media, website, if you're on Clubhouse, anything. Just tell people where they can find Kendra and Honey Baby Designs.
My social media platforms are on Instagram. I have 2 pages: my personal page and my business page. My personal page is Honey Baby. At Honey Baby _ the brand, because I am the brand. I'm Honey Baby. And then my design page, where you can shop or check out, my latest fashions or, pictures from previous fashion shows or anything like that. It is at Honey Baby _ designs. And I'm also on Facebook. Honey Baby Designs is the business page, and Kendra Jackson is the personal page. And that's Kendra Jackson. I don't have a website just yet. That is something that I want to bring forth in 2021. Girl, I forgot where I was at. I said, 2021 is something that I want to kind of launch in 2021. But yes, that's where I am.
Well, that's great. And I can point you in the right direction if you need help building a website.
Yes, ma'am. I need all the gems. I need them all.
Thank you so much, love. I really enjoyed talking to you tonight.
Thank you. And I enjoyed talking to you as well. And I want to say congratulations on everything that you're doing so far. And and when I first met you, I'm telling you this one thing about yourself. When I first met you, I was just like superstar. Like that's what I see you being, like an all around, like, really optimistic, like boss ass woman, because you are one of the women that I look up to. And and you're just sitting there glowing, and I'm just like, yes. In my head, I'm just like, yes. That's what it is. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
So the feeling that I'm getting from you, like I see your name in light sunshine. Yes.
Wow.
It's awesome. And I think, what I know the exact moment. It was when you put that pink dress.
I remember.
It was a pink dress that was backless, and I think it had some chains on. I just said, yeah. She's going places. She cannot be stopped. So she's going places. Yes, reach for the stars, and I'm gonna continue to reach for mine. So
thank you. You continue walking in your path. You are there, and you're gonna do so much more. Don't be discouraged because of this pandemic. God puts us in places at different times, and he guides us to where we need to be in his timing. And you're going to get there, wherever it is that you're trying to be. And I'm going to get some clothes from you. And when I become a superstar and you're a superstar, and we're going to walk the red carpet together and just be all kinds of Black girl magic.
Right. Love it.
All right, love. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.